wonder if we are live. Yes, we are. Wonderful. Welcome. Welcome to Shibuya. Just as I got out of the train, it started raining and I don't have an umbrella. So let's I don't know, let's keep our fingers crossed that this rain won't get too annoying. Yeah, let's start by enjoying the look of a relatively quiet Shibuya crossing because it's early on a Sunday. It is currently not even 10 o'clock here in Japan. So it's very quiet. Most shops open around 11. It's been a while, I think, since I did a live stream from Shibuya, hasn't it? Or maybe I did since I came back. Maybe I did. Anyway, the plan today is to walk towards Naka Meguro from here. So I will start with a little quick tour around Shibuya, and then I will start heading down towards Naka Meguro and end the stream there. So I think today's stream, well, depends on how the rain situation goes, but I think today's stream will be somewhere between 1 hour to 90 minutes in length. Look at this big ad for Tinder. Wow. So what's the weather forecast for today? That's a good question. Let me answer that for you. The weather forecast says currently 22 degrees and rain for a little bit, and then it will actually be a little bit sunny. So it doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound too bad. So my gut feeling is that the rain won't be terribly bad today. I think we'll be fine. And thank you, Jenny, for the super chats. It's very kind of you. Always so generous. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while since I was here on a kind of early morning like this. Is this Shibuya? Yes, it is. Okay, so now in 10 seconds it will be 10 o'clock. They have some sort of countdown here on the big screen. Okay. That's all. Let's keep on walking. Thank you, S. Plan is to buy all your patrons Apple Watch S7. No, I'm sorry, that's not the plan at all. You must have gotten that wrong somewhere. Unfortunately. Oh, thank you, Vidya Santoso. Lunch money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So after this stream, I'm actually going to Kamakura. We will spend the night in Kamakura tonight, and I hope that tomorrow I can shoot a little video from that area for you, maybe for my new channel, probably for my new channel. I enjoy making those videos a lot, so I will try to make another one that I can post in the coming week or so. Kevin, you saw me walking with my pink shorts on another camera. I don't think so, because I'm not wearing any pink shorts today. So you must have mistaken me for someone else. And yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in or didn't watch my last live stream, I just started a second channel which has the super creative name Tokyo Explorer 2, and only one video so far, but it seems like people are enjoying that video. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do so. Please do so. It's linked in the video description, or you can just search for Tokyo Explorer 2 and you should be able to find it quite easily, I think. Yeah, this is very quiet by Tokyo and Shibuya standards. I don't know what you think about like this amount of people compared to where you are from. If this is very quiet or average or maybe even crowded. You can have T3 for 4K video. Well, the T2 channel is also 4K. The videos I'm putting up there are 4K. And so are the videos on this channel, except the live streams. Live streams are still just full HD. I don't know why I went into this tunnel. I'm actually not planning to head this way. I just kind of like this tunnel. But yeah, this is very quiet for Shibuya. I'll be actually heading this way. So first towards Ebisu and then down towards Naka Meguro. That's the plan. $200 people already tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, for joining me on my Sunday walk. Yeah, this is certainly quiet for Shibuya. But still, some shops are actually already open. I thought most shops opened at 11, but maybe not. Hello, George. Thank you. I know that there are a few cats who are following my channel. I'm very, very happy and proud to know that even cats enjoy watching my walks. Cats are great. I think the rain has already stopped. Or maybe it's a minimal amount of rain right now. It's certainly not bothering me too much. Thank you, Bit of a Wonder. Thank you. Always good to see a tea walk. Thank you. Also, for those of you who don't know, Bit of a Wonder, he also makes walking videos, but from the US. So you should check out his channel. That sounds interesting to you. This looks like a pair of eyes. This area has changed so much in the years I lived here in Tokyo. Awesome. Thank you. Good to hear. Good to hear that you think so. What time in Tokyo is it right now? It's 10 o'clock plus 6 minutes. coffee today. Maybe if I stumble across an interesting coffee shop, I might get a cup. I had one just before I left this morning, so it's not on the top of my priority list, but yeah, who knows. Good to hear that some of you enjoyed the last video I posted, which was a train ride video. Yeah, I know that surprisingly big amount of my viewers really enjoy those train ride videos. And I think the last one turned out quite nice in terms of image quality and those things. I think we just got a drop of water on the lens. On your channel too, left subtitles on long enough to read. Yes, I got that feedback from a lot of people. Apparently not everyone is fast readers like me. So yeah, in the next video I will definitely leave the text boxes on a little bit longer. Will you do a train video to Kamakura today? No, I will not, because I'm going there with my family, so I will not be shooting during the trip there. But the plan is that tomorrow they will head home, yeah, sometime in the morning, and I will stay there during the day and shoot. So maybe I will try to do a live stream as well, but the focus will be to shoot another video for my new channel. Like your other channel, very calm and soothing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's good to hear. That's kind of the vibe that I'm aiming for there. Now we're heading through the back streets here in Shibuya towards Ebisu direction. And then from there I will make a turn, and that will take us down to Naka Meguro. Video quality is sparkly today, crisp. Oh yeah? Is that so? That's good to hear. It's the same old equipment, no changes. Thank you, Beatrice Gomez. Some coffee funds. Okay, thank you. I guess I have to buy a cup of coffee now. Thank you. Thank you very much. This looks like it could be quite nice. I think there's some cafe in there. Are you a morning person, or do you like sleeping in? Since our daughter was born, I became more and more of a morning person. But even before that, yeah, I do enjoy mornings. I like to get up early when I can. I'm usually quite sleepy though, but I always enjoy getting up early and start the day as early as possible. I'm always the most productive in the mornings. Okay, some new people subscribe to my new channel. Thank you much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's getting very close to 1,000 subscribers now, the new channel. So I'm super happy to see that, like in less than a week, being able to reach 1,000 subs. That's pretty, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Are you far away from Akihabara? Yes, Shibuya is quite far from Akihabara. Akihabara is in the opposite side of town from here. It's about half an hour by train to get to Akihabara. Andy asked, curious, why the second channel? Because I think I want to keep a different kind of videos on that channel, and I think mixing too many styles on this channel might be a little bit confusing. Like maybe some of my viewers are only interested in live streams, whereas other viewers may not be interested in live streams at all, but prefer to watch like edited 4K videos. So yeah, that's why. I see that some of you are talking about the OM5, which is the new gimbal for mobile phones that DJI just released. And yeah, I've heard mixed things about it, mostly bad things actually. So I'll probably pick one up because I need to get a new one anyway. Wait, what does this say? No skateboarding on the street. Please be quiet. So yeah, I think I will pick up the new OM5 gimbal, but I've heard mixed things about it, and it doesn't seem like it's that much better, and in some certain aspects it's actually a downgrade compared to the OM4, which is the one I'm using now. When I saw OM5, I immediately thought Olympus camera. Yeah, right? It is a little bit confusing for us to remember those cameras. Yeah, the battery life is worse in the new gimbal because they made it like this. They added this telescopic arm feature, so I guess for space reasons they had to put a smaller battery in there. So that's a bit of a downgrade, but not really a deal breaker for me. I feel that the battery life on the OM4 that I'm using is stupidly good. Like, I never had any battery issues with this. So even if it was down like, yeah, with 30% or something, I don't think that would cause me any issues. I can only watch Patreon videos. Sorry, let me see. There was some question about the Patreon only videos. I can only watch Patreon videos on iPad or phone, but YouTube on smart TVs. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I think that's more question about your TV maybe and how you're connecting to it. But I mean, you should be able to, if your TV has a Chromecast feature, you should be able to open the Patreon only video on your phone, and then from the phone you should be able to cast it to the TV. But those videos doesn't probably show up because on the TV directly, because those videos are unlisted, the Patreon only videos. So yeah, it's a little bit complicated. So we are actually almost already at Ebisu. Ebisu in Shibuya is pretty close. A lot of people get surprised when they realize how near they are. It's just like 15 minutes walk, something like that. It's so quiet here. Ah, yeah, here we have a nice little map. So we started up here, Shibuya Station. More exactly, I think we started here in this little junction, which is in front of Shibuya 109. And then I walked along this stream, and now we're here. So we have Ebisu down here, or I could actually turn here and head down to Daikanyama, which actually might be nicer. Yeah, maybe I should do that instead. Maybe Daikanyama is nicer than Ebisu, especially in a on a quiet morning like this. And that tower that you see behind this residential building, behind this one you see a smaller tower. That's actually in Naka Meguro, so that's next to Meguro River. So that will be my goal for today's walk. Viewers now. Wonderful. Thanks everyone for watching. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I do live walks like this every now and then from Tokyo and elsewhere. I also have a second channel with more kind of cinematic travel videos, which is linked in the video description. There's also a Patreon page that you can join if you want to support me and get access to some Patreon-only streams. Or you can just click the like button and leave it at that. That's also a great way to show your appreciation. Or if you think this video sucks, you can click the dislike button. The choice is yours. A lot of people waiting here. I guess this is a good place for train spotting, as all the Yamanote line trains pass here, as well as another handful of major train lines like this one. That should be the maybe Shonan Shinjuku line or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's head down here. I wonder what this train is. It has the Sotetsu logo on it. That's weird. That's like a regional train company that mostly has trains further down south in Kanagawa Prefecture. I don't know if I've seen that all black or dark blue train here before. Maybe that's what the people were waiting for. Maybe it was some unique and rare train passing by. What's this chimney? It's for burning garbage, this plant. It has a fancy name, a fancy word which I can't really pronounce. Incineration plant, maybe? I don't know. Sorry, English is not my native language, so some words are still a bit of a challenge for me. In the USA we call train spotting as rail fanning. I see. Interesting. Incinerator. Thank you, Brad. So heading down towards Daikanyama now. So I changed the route a little bit. Hope you don't mind. But I realized Daikanyama is a nicer neighborhood than Meguro to walk through. I think this is Daikanyama Log Road, which is also kind of new-ish facility where there's some shops and restaurants and cafes. Quite nice. More ads for Tinder. Interesting. They're really making an effort to break into the Japanese market. Yes, it's raining a little bit, but it's really, really not bad. Soka! So Sotetsu runs some train between Ebina and Shinjuku. I see, that explains why we saw that train, and I didn't know that. Thank you for the information. Your video streams are great to watch on the treadmill. Thank you, that's good to hear. I always enjoy to hear how people, different ways that people watch my channel. Are Western people moving to Japan even in COVID? Or are they just having vacation? No vacation. You're not allowed to enter Japan for vacation right now. So the Western people who are here now, they most likely lived here from before, or they just moved here because of work. I think for business purposes, it's still possible in some cases to get a visa. And this building is very funny. It looks kind of very over the top compared to your average Tokyo building. But as you can see, most shops here are still closed. I think they will open at 11. And I think in another live stream I stumbled across this hill and decided to walk up because it looks so tempting. Right now, walking up a steep slope does not feel very tempting to me, so I will not do it today. Do you think Tinder is partnering with the government to get birth rate to increase? Interesting theory, but no, I don't think so. If that was the case, it would probably not be Tinder, it would probably be some Japanese dating app developed by Dentsu, because that's how things work here. If it's government related, then it's also Dentsu involved in one way or another. And I don't think Dentsu are involved with Tinder. Oh, what's going on here? Lots of people. Lots of people with pets. No, this is something else. I think it's some, I don't know, local dog owners. No, it's not dogs, it's rabbits. Is it like a rabbit event going on here? Wow, interesting. Let's see if we can go inside. Rabbit party. Can you see the rabbits? Wow, that's a big one. Lots and lots of rabbits. Look at these cuties. Super cute. Rabbit owner party. Oops, I should not be walking in the middle of the street. I don't know how, maybe it's like some private event. It doesn't look like the kind of, didn't look very inviting. What's the word for rabbit in Japanese? It's usagi. Usagi. It's a rabbit in Japanese. Yeah, rain is picking up a bit now, but it's still not too bad. It's still not too bad. Barber boys. I actually desperately need a haircut. I've been looking for my hairdresser. Like, I go to this older man close to where I live, but I haven't seen him even once since I came back from Sweden. So I'm not sure if he, like, there's another younger guy working in his salon now. Ah, yes, Usagi Yojimbo. I remember that one as well. Was the same guy who invented Turtles, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was the same, or it was somehow related. But this Usagi Yojimbo never really became nearly as popular or famous. It's funny, I always get confused and a bit lost every time I come to Daikanyama. I think otherwise I have a pretty decent sense of direction, but for some reason Daikanyama always makes me very, very confused. I think it's because I don't come here that often. That's one reason, but it's also something about the layout that makes it a little bit tricky to wrap my head around. But here we have a map. Perfect. So we are here. There's Ebisu Station, which I didn't walk to, and somewhere here is Shibuya, and here is Naka, which is where I'm heading. So I will basically just keep on going straight, cross this biggish crossing, and then take this smaller back street down to Naka. Okay, so no relationship between Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo. Okay, I was wrongly informed back in the days then. Daikanyama, for those of you who are not familiar with this neighborhood, it's one of the kind of, what should I say? It's a well-known kind of high-class neighborhood. It's quite expensive to live here, but very kind of attractive to a lot of people, and lots of fancy shops and good restaurants. It's a popular place, like where many non-Japanese people live, especially non-Japanese people who are here on like expat packages and don't have to worry about paying their own rent. Daikanyama is often one of the neighborhoods that those people seem to consider. I guess because it's kind of so centrally located within walking distance from Shibuya, but it still has a kind of smaller, more local vibe to it. Could you do a sunrise stream? Sunrise is so early this time of the year, so no, I don't think so. I'm not that much of a morning person, I'm afraid. Wait, why am I waiting here? I'm actually going down this way anyway, and then I will turn. So no need for me to wait for that traffic light. Yeah, that was a brain fart. My brain farts a lot, I'm afraid. Happens to me all the time. Here we have another map. So, yeah, ABC station this way. Obviously we're not heading that way. This way we're heading. Down here. I might walk around the river a little bit, maybe grab a coffee somewhere. It is easy to get distracted in Japan. Yes, it certainly is. Happens to me all the time. All the time. Yeah, it's a shame the weather isn't better. If it was, then I would have tried to do a longer stream today. Maybe walk through the central parts of the city for like 3 hours or something like that. But yeah, in this weather it's not really that pleasant. So I guess I have to keep that for next time. You think Japan will start the booster jabs? Probably, yeah. Probably. They're already talking about it. So at least for the elderly, I think it will start soon. But I think since Japan started vaccinating quite late, also the need for like booster shots will also be a little bit later compared to many other countries. Yeah, there's not that much of a grid when it comes to the street layout here in Tokyo. Well, some parts do. Like if you go to Koto-ku in the east of Tokyo, then they have a very straight, like grid-like system of the streets. But in many other parts of the city, it's very easy to get lost. But that's what Google Maps is for, right? But lots of neighborhoods with very narrow streets like this. So yeah, if you don't know where you're heading and if you're not using a map, then it's super easy to get lost. Sometimes you can find yourself walking in circles without even noticing. Thank you, Huggy Bear. Refreshments. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Probably no beer today, but maybe I will grab a coffee somewhere around here. Yeah, when there's construction work going on like here, then some streets just get completely choked off. But let's take a stroll along the river here, and yeah, I think there's a nice coffee shop coming up not too far from here, so I'll do that. Yeah, it's raining a little bit. ちょっと雨降ってますけど、全然問題ないです。 cold? No, it's not cold. It's, what was it, 22 degrees last time I checked? We can do another weather check as there's many new viewers. So yeah, still 22 degrees here. And the rain is supposed to have stopped already. Actually, it has stopped. And it will get warmer tonight, this afternoon, like 26 degrees. Humidity 77%. There you have it. Ah, thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. Another super chat from you. You're too generous. Super quiet. I hope that coffee shop I'm thinking about is open. Maybe it's too early. Thanks for making video today. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching. This place looks nice too, but I don't think they have coffee. It's more of a wine bar. Oh, Hotel Chocolat. Nice. All right, the earthquake. You're curious about the earthquake? Yeah, it was a big earthquake a few days ago. The biggest one actually since 2011 in terms of how much it shook here in Tokyo. It was scary. It was scary actually. It was very, very abrupt and very violent. Usually the earthquakes we have tend to start off slow and then gradually grow stronger until they fade away. But this one was just like from 0 to 100 in the fraction of a second, and it shook really violently. I was in bed and my daughter was already asleep. And then we also have this like alarm earthquake warning system in Japan that we have it both built into our building in the intercom system there, and then also there's another earthquake warning system which uses the cell phone network, and both those were triggered. And usually the alarm goes off before the shaking starts, because it's quite rare to have earthquakes with epicenter right under Tokyo. So usually most earthquakes I've experienced, they have the epicenter a bit far away. So then the alarm gets triggered first and then the shakings come. But this one was actually, epicenter was super close to Tokyo. It was just in Chiba, which is just east of Tokyo. So yeah, the alarm got triggered after the violent shaking had started, and it was like some of the most violent shaking I've experienced. But fortunately it didn't last for that long. But yeah, I was in bed, my daughter had just fallen asleep, and actually the earthquake did not wake her up, but the alarm in the phone did. And that made her a bit nervous, and she started crying, but then she quickly fell asleep again. But yeah, it was like really, it made me very nervous, and I went up and watched TV for a while, trying to assess how serious it was. If you know, when you feel an earthquake, you don't know until you get the information, you don't know. It could, even if it feels weak here, it could have been like a super strong earthquake, but far away from Tokyo. And this was so strong, so I assumed that it would be serious. But fortunately, it looked like it wasn't that bad. Like not that much serious. And like I haven't heard that many reports of serious injury. So that's good. Maybe I'll get a coffee. Konnichiwa. Ice カフェラテお願いします。ブレンドかなとか。あ、スターフでお願いします。はい。追加で払えますか？So yeah. Thank you, Legion Ivory. Here, get me that cake. Thank you. I won't have any cake because there's nowhere for me to sit around here. So I need to be walking while having the coffee. So I can only use one hand. But yeah, it was a scary earthquake, but we're all fine. So. Hi, ありがとうございます。はい、got myself a coffee. And actually, I think I changed my mind once again. I will not end the stream here in Naka Meguro. I will walk down to Ikejiri Ohashi, which is a station further down this way. Because from there I can take the train back home without having to change anywhere. So that's convenient for me. So I'll do that. So we get to spend a little bit more time together. Sidewalk coffee. Good. Three earthquakes in Montreal and Toronto. I honestly didn't know that Canada had earthquakes. Here in Japan it happens so often, so we're quite used to it. Like I would say on average there's a earthquake strong enough that we can feel happens about every 2-3 months maybe. But yeah, the one we had a few days ago we don't have that strong ones often. That was like the first one in 10 years that reached shaking of level 5 here in Tokyo. So Japan has this specific system called the shindo, which is kind of, instead of measuring just the magnitude, which is how much energy gets released by the earthquake, shindo actually takes into account how much it actually shakes. And shindo 7 is like the highest. Shindo 5 is pretty high. We don't have that very often. And if it's like 6 or 7, then you know that it's a really serious earthquake. Having a fika, yeah. Just coffee while on the go. I mean, I could probably sit down here, but it's a little bit wet, so I'd rather not. Okay, Beatrice, it's 4 a.m. Yeah, you should sleep then. You can watch the replay later. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for staying up so late. Here's a bit of directions for the COVID prevention measures when people are running. So along this river is quite popular for jogging. And since there's lots of non-Japanese living in this neighborhood, they actually bothered putting English explanations, which is rare. You can never take that for granted in Japan. But good job, Meguro City. And it's even, at least what looks to me, it even looks like correct English. No major confusing errors. Yeah, right. There was a snake in a tree on a previous walk I did here around here. That's right. That's right. Don't see snakes very often, so that surprised me a lot actually to see that guy hanging in the tree. Is the weather warmer than normal for this time of year? I think so. Statistically, it's a little warmer than average. Like having 30 degrees in October is, I mean, it's not super rare, but it's also not super common. So yeah, I think I saw on the news that it's in some parts of Japan it's warmer than usual right now, but colder weather is coming very soon, it seems. From next week it won't be like 30 degrees anymore. And here we have what used to be the biggest Starbucks in the world, but it's not anymore. Still pretty big though. But I think someone said that there's an even bigger one in Chicago now, was it? Say what you want about Starbucks, but at least I think the architecture is quite nice. Quite nice. Big coffee guy any day. Yeah, coffee person. I really need to go and have a chat with Mr. Coffee Person. He's the best. Haven't been to his place since I came back from Sweden, which is well over a month now. Must be expensive to have a child in Tokyo. It is, yeah. Naka no hashi. It is expensive having a child in Japan. That's one of the reasons why we want to move. Right, I tried going to Coffee Person not too long ago, but he wasn't there. It was a little bit too late that day, I think, so he had already closed. Ray is not here, no. Probably because it's middle of the night in Europe right now. Ah, new subscriber, Reno RXT. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's weird. I usually don't get notifications when people subscribe. But for new members, yeah, maybe that's what it meant. It said subscriber here on my end, but maybe new member. That's even nicer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also latte coffee there. It was good. I already finished it. Now it's just the hassle, the constant hassle of finding a trash can. But if I remember correctly, yes, there is actually a Family Mart here, and I think this one has a trash can in front of the shop. I think. For those of you who are watching, or if you're new to this channel, if you want to support me, you can join the channel, just like Tino RXC just did. Or the absolutely best way to support me is to join me on Patreon. That will also give you access to some Patreon only goodies, such as Patreon only streams and other perks. So yeah, the link in the video description will take you to the Patreon page where you can read more about that if you are interested. But if you join me here on YouTube, you'll get that fancy little icon next to your name in the chat. So I think that can also make it worth it to some people, I guess. You need a big walking festival for 2,500 new subscribers. Yeah, when I get 100,000 subs, that will be a big day. That will be celebrated somehow, for sure. For sure. Silver plate for YouTube. Yeah, I guess that's what you get when you get 100,000 subs, right? That'll be fun. Maybe I should hang it around my neck and wear it when I'm out on my walks. So let's see what else. Ah, green light here. Green light here. Yeah, I expect 100,000 subs sometime maybe in the first quarter next year. But I would be super happy if I could reach it before the end of this year. But I think that would be a challenge. If I spent much time in Kawagoe? No, I never really lived in the north part of the Tokyo region, so Kawagoe is pretty far from where I've been living. So I've been there on a few day trips. There's even a walk, a 4K walk here on my channel that I shot in Kawagoe before the pandemic, I think. It's a nice place, but I can't say I know it very well because yeah, I don't go there very often. But I do wish that I could shoot more videos in the northern part of Kanto, since that's a part where I haven't really been much, especially for this channel. It's a cloudy day currently in Shibuya. Yes, but there's actually a bit of sun breaking through the clouds now. It feels like it's clearing up. Have you been approached by some news network before? Yes, but not related to my channel, but more related to my other work. I used to do a lot of journalistic work previously. Now it's mostly photography, but every now and then I do news reporting as well. Usually for Swedish TV and newspapers. You get the flu jab in Japan. Is it a thing there? Yes, I never got it personally, but they do give it. I think anyone can get it if you pay for it. I don't know exactly. Maybe some like workplaces offer it to their staff as well for free. But yeah. Moomin Park is already open. Yeah, it opened a couple of years ago. It's also in the north. It's in Saitama, in the outskirts of Saitama. I've never been there though, but my wife has. She likes Moomin. Make a 4K video when climbing Mount Tsukuba. Yeah, I can do that. Mount Tsukuba is nice. I went there last year with a friend. I climbed it, but I didn't shoot any video at that time. I realized, actually yesterday I went on a hike with a bunch of people, and I was planning to shoot a video while out on that hike, but I realized that when I'm shooting video I need to be alone. It's very difficult to be surrounded by other people. Like when I'm with other people I want to be social, so I don't shoot much. Yeah, Tsukuba is definitely a good option for a one-day solo trip video. Now you know where I am. This building is a spiral row. Yes, that is correct. This building is a big intersection actually, and then they put a artificial park on top of it, which is a pretty nice way to conceal something very ugly. Yeah, it's clearing up quite nicely. There's even some blue patches in the sky now. No more rain. I think it will be a very nice day. Too bad I don't have more time, otherwise I would change my plan again and keep on walking for a few hours. But since we're going to Kamakura soon, I need to wrap things up relatively soon. Ah, Takematsu, you live there, near the Moomin Park. I see. Yeah, I haven't been myself, but it looks quite nice actually. I think when my daughter gets a little bit bigger, it would be a nice place to take her. There's lots of open spaces and lots of greenery, which is something that I think is good for children. So I might take her, or we might take her there sometime. How's it been since the state of emergency ended? Not a huge difference, but there are more people out and about, and I can definitely feel that there's more people out eating and drinking in the evenings now. So it's nice. It feels a little bit like slowly Tokyo is coming back to what it was before the pandemic. But of course, I also feel a little bit of concern and worry about if that will contribute to a new wave of infections. So fingers crossed that it will work out well, at least on a personal level, and how it feels to be out walking the streets of Tokyo. It's a little bit nicer now. Yeah, we are getting close to Ikejiri Ohashi Station, where I will wrap things up for today. So I think we have another 5 minutes or so to go. But thanks a lot, everybody who joined me today. I hope you enjoyed this little walk. And yeah, I hope I'll be able to do a proper long weekend walk sometime soon. But yeah, for tomorrow my focus will be to shoot another 4K video for my new channel. And again, if you haven't already, please consider checking out my new channel. It's linked in the video description. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm really trying to reach 100 subscribers, or 1,000 subscribers there. I think not many more needed. But yeah, I think that will be it for today. Another hour-long walk. Seems like 1 hour is like my new standard length, which is way shorter than what it used to be before. But yeah, that's just life. Takematsu recommends everyone to go to Chichibu. Yes, I want to go to Chichibu as well, because I've never been there, but it looks really beautiful and nice. I hope I'll be able to go there sometime soon. Anyway, I'm at the station, Ikejiri Ohashi. So I'll wave goodbye to you here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye. Heido. Auf Wiedersehen. Mata ne.